Thank you. My name is Julie Lamine. I am one of 3 coordinators for Silent No More, which is a group of men and women who have made the choice of abortion and have regretted it. I'm also a team member of a post-abortion healing retreat, as well as a sidewalk counselor. I've been on the sidewalk for 9 years offering hope, love, and other options for women who are walking into abortion clinics. I have a lot of stories I could tell you. And so some of the stories will refute some of the things that have been said. And in fact, when they say that late-term abortions are not happening, that is not true. We have witnesses that Planned Parenthood has performed abortions past the legal limit. And my question to you is, who's regulating Planned Parenthood in these other clinics? When I used to stand in front of an abortion clinic in Cranston, I would see women with clear bumps that were past 5 months, clearly past 5 months. There is no such thing as a doctor-patient relationship, because I unfortunately have made the choice of abortion. Not once, not twice, but 4 times. It was a terrible choice. I thought it was the right choice at the time, but I was 17 in my first abortion. And I hear women saying, we trust women. We trust women. Do you trust a 17-year-old to drink responsibly? I don't think so. Why would you trust a 17-year-old to walk into an abortion clinic? Which is what I did, without my parents' consent. How did Planned Parenthood think that they had better advice for me than my own parents? That they would perform a 13-week abortion in the 2nd trimester on a 17-year-old without telling her parents. They didn't know me, they didn't know my parents. And I didn't know at the time that it was going to be a dismemberment abortion, which would have had to happen at 13 weeks. I know that now. And I know that my son's arms and legs were ripped apart. And that hurts me. It'll hurt me for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. I will have to have that in mind. I had nightmares of my child torn up before I even saw any pictures of what abortion was. And when I walked into that clinic at 17 years old, I didn't even know what abortion was. I hadn't even heard the word before. I had a family member bring me, and she said she had an abortion and it would be okay, my problem would be gone. But it wasn't gone. I was relieved not to be pregnant. But I didn't really understand the consequences of what I have done until 18 years later. I had had 3 other abortions by then. And when I heard the heartbeat of my daughter that I decided to keep because I was married and my situation was better, I was elated, but I was horrified at the same time because I realized what I had done. You know, deep down in my subconscious, I knew what I had done was wrong. But it's easy to push it down. It's easy to believe those mantras. It's easy to believe them when they say it's going to be okay, because you don't want to be in this situation when you're in 17 years old. You don't want to be pregnant on your way to college. I was weak. I wasn't courageous. I didn't make a courageous choice. And to have these extreme bills come forward, it traumatizes me and every other woman and man that regrets abortion. Because we're trying to deal with our first-term abortions and healing from that. And I'm trying to deal now with my 2nd trimester abortion, because I remember the woman telling me I was 13 weeks, but I didn't realize what 13 weeks was till later in life. And now you want abortion on demand without apology. I know the trauma that I've been through with these abortions, and I know the trauma that other women have been through in these retreats. Okay, you're going to create more trauma with late-term abortions, with women who are suffering and struggling with seeing children. I couldn't look at children for a long time. I couldn't look at pregnant women for a long time. But I didn't understand why I couldn't look at them. I know now, because of the guilt that I had from choosing abortion. My choice affected not only me, it spiraled me into self-destructive behaviors, but it affected my future husband, affected my future children who now have to look at their mother. They see a mother who has converted, and thank God I found the Catholic Church and I entered the Catholic Church. It's the only thing that has helped me through all of this, because I went to a counselor and I told her these abortions are bothering me. They're bothering me. But she wanted to brush right over it as if that wasn't the issue. And I kept telling her, no, they're bothering me. I feel bothered by this. I know now they were children. So I didn't get help from a professional counselor. She helped me with other issues, but not with the abortions.
Ma'am, if you could start to summarize your thoughts, we're past
Okay,
the 5. Thank you.
safe and legal abortion. Okay, Planned Parenthood has performed abortions at 7 months on healthy young ladies with healthy babies. I have a list of over 421 names of women who have been killed during legalized abortion, after abortion was legalized. And some of these names are as young as 13. Okay, these are real women who have been killed after the legalization of abortion. This is just a partial list, because this is just the list that witnesses can corroborate with. But the other thing is, please don't be bullied by the fact that people are saying this is a women's issue. I didn't create a fetus all by myself. There was a male involved. And in fact, I didn't create the fetus. I believe God did. And there's this cool science out there right now. They have actually videoed and captured on tape the moment of conception. And you know what happens when the sperm enters the egg? A big flash of light. I wonder what that big flash of light is. Please, please, kill this bill. It's terrible for women. And even though you'll hear other women talking, there are many more women who won't come here to speak because it's a secret for them. They haven't told anybody. They haven't told anybody. And it's not easy to come up here and tell you that I've had 4 abortions. I wish I didn't have to say that to you. I wish I could say some of the other stories that, I turned away and my life took a better trajectory. I don't regret my life now. I have a beautiful family. I have beautiful children. I have 2 grandchildren. But I'll regret my abortions for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Senator Lombardi.
I just want to, and I'm not directing this at you. It's got to be now almost 11:45. I've heard the word bully maybe a dozen times. Rest assured, I want to put you at ease. There's no one on this dais here that is going to be bullied one way or the other.
Thank you.
Okay, and I assure you of that. And
Thank you.
So put that issue to rest. I can promise you that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments for this witness?